Welcome to 2020. Welcome to my channel. Let's get this clip off before I get rained on. So I went to the Rose Bowl last week.
Boots it to the 5. Cruikshank looking for a three. Pitches right. He's in the clear. Dancing down the sidelines. And they catch him now. The Badgers answer instantly.
And while I share that footage and talk about my trip, I thought I would share the lesson that I learned once upon a time 2 years ago when I went to the Orange Bowl, and what that taught me about life, what that adventure set the stage for. So I was trying to get this done before the rain, but I guess that's a stupid expectation to have in the Pacific Northwest. But I managed to get underneath the biggest evergreen tree, and it's totally dry in this like 4 square foot area for my camera and me. So cool. So 2 years ago, I was living in a shitty apartment. The floor was concrete, so there was no heat in the middle of the freezing Midwest winter. And the Wisconsin Badgers, my college team, the college I had just dropped out of days before the new year, was playing in the Orange Bowl on New Year's Day in Miami, Florida. So me and my buddy, my college roommate, my best friend, Ian, went down to Miami from Wisconsin to see the game. It had been like a transformative year for us, you know, and just kind of putting everything aside, buying tickets at an Airbnb and hopping in the car and driving across the country to the tip of Florida to see our football team play a football game was an experience that changed me.
Hornibrook the fake and the throw. Back shoulder is A.J. Taylor. Touchdown, Wisconsin. He beats Sheldon Redwine.
I learned on that trip a foundational piece of the mantra that I preach on this channel, you know? From the outside, it wasn't really the best situation in life for me. I had dropped out of college, I had no money, I was on the front end of a monumental mountain of debt. So life isn't like, you know, going incredibly well, but somewhere in the middle of Georgia, driving, you know, 20 hours on the road with my buddy, just listening to music, talking about life, it clicked for me that, you know, this could just be life. Having these moments, you know, it might not be great all the time, but when you're doing a cool thing with people you care about, like, I don't know, this idea that from the outside things weren't going great, but I was able to put together this just concentrated small amount of like incredible life-changing fun with my best friend was something I guess I just hadn't done before, you know? I mean, this is like, hey, vacations, that's what they are, you know? But I don't know, man, there's something different about this. It was like life was in my hands. I got to decide what cool stuff I did with my life, and I can make this life all the time. I can take the idea of taking a crappy situation and making it a situation that I'm happy to be in, and I can just make that my life all the time. And that's kind of, I think, what changed since that point. I started to realize that I could make life the way I wanted, you know? So I'm starting to try all these different things in life. Over the last 2 years since then, you know, I started making these YouTube videos. I started going hard more with the camera, with making videos and photos. From where I was then, I don't know, I just feel like I'm more in control of what I'm doing, despite like not yet even being in the financial green. You know, I'm still in a bunch of student debt. I'm like, dude, I'm living with my parents right now to pay off all my loans. You know, like I'm not, you know, I don't have all the agency money provides. Since that trip to the Orange Bowl 2 years ago, I don't know, it's like I'm really not spending that much time doing stuff that I don't like. It's not like my job is great. You know, I work at a bar, but I tolerate it. I think there's something to be said for spending the time to know yourself and know your mind and know what you can do in your current situation to make it more like your ideal situation. Fill your life with things you want to fill it with. I think that's something that no matter what your situation, you can take and do. But the Rose Bowl. He's about to get melted. Tase him.
Suplex him! Suplex him!
I guess I was talking about that, you know. So I live in Oregon, and I drove on January 30th at like 10 p.m. I got in the car and started driving to LA, which is like a 13 and a half hour drive, 14, 15-ish, with stops and taking naps and getting snacks and stuff. It's like 7 a.m. and I just woke up. That is cool. I was there for like 24 hours. I spent the New Year's night there with my buddy Ian, who lives there. Now, I guess I left that part out of the story. The guy I went to the Orange Bowl with now lives in LA, so we went to the Rose Bowl. I have this cool tradition with one of my best friends. We, take a couple days out of the end of the year, the beginning of the year, and go to the bowl game and just enjoy each other's company and enjoy life and enjoy watching football. So I guess to close, I want to just tell you guys that you definitely have more control and agency in your life than you think. You can look at your life, see what's in it, and decide what you want in it more, Okay, dude, end this video. I've been standing here in the rain for like 30 minutes talking to the camera. Do what you want, because you can, at least to some degree. If you're not spending some of your time doing what you want, what are you doing? And subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, my friend. I'll catch you in the next one. I don't know, man, if I've ever really finished a video and thought I really did that idea justice. But the thing is, like, my New Year, my resolution of 2020, is that I'd rather, it's better, having a shitty video out is better than that idea staying an idea, I'm not gonna get better at communicating my ideas, even the like big important ones that kind of have shaped me as a person, like this, without just, trying to get better at it, putting this out. So, thanks for listening. If you made it to this point in the video, I appreciate you peering into this window of the journey. Dude, so to get here, so I live out in the middle of nowhere on the coast of Oregon, and sometimes I play the game, drive down the highway, and turn into a state park when you find one. And today I found Jack Ripper. This safe little park, and I was over there. Check it out. It's not raining anymore. I was underneath one of those guys over there, shielding from the rain. Yeah, so that's it. A little PS, a little post video, a little PV. Is that it? Because it's postscript, right? The PS, like on a letter. Post video.